All righty then. Okay, where we at here? It's not looking quite right. Okay, just move. It's not. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm trying to see. All right. Good morning, guys. How you doing? Jeff Hansen. I'm trying to figure out why is this doing what it's doing. Okay, here we go. All right. I guess it's because of the lighting. I'm not sure. But I'll figure something out here. Oh. So, how you doing, guys? Jeff Hansen here, and I am. This is the best shoe ever. It's funny. Okay, so we're gonna mess with this one. Well, I can move it forward. Anyway, we're going to run with it like this. We don't really want to no green screen. Backdrop green. Let's do that. We can do that. How you doing, guys? Jeff Hansen here, and you know what? Maybe we should put it like this, and then come back. Yeah, that's probably one of the best. I think that's the ticket, guys. This is so funny, guys. I'm telling you. I mean, just learning how to do this is amazing. Okay. Let's go. It bothers me a little bit, I ain't gonna lie. It bothers me just a bit. Oh, wait a second. That's why. My back screen is not big enough. Give me a second, guys. Okay. I see. What we're gonna do? Bring it a bit. Bring it a bit. Extend this one a little bit. Oh. That should be a little better. How you doing, guys? Jeff Hansen here, aka the Silver Fox. Don't know why I'm still doing that. But anyway. Hey, how you doing, guys? We're 4 minutes in already. Dang, yo, that's crazy. Anyway, this is gonna be uncomfortable. This is gonna be very uncomfortable. Let's do it like this. If we go like this, I don't understand why I'm doing it. What are we doing? What are we doing? Is this? So we should move all of this down. Okay, correct the number. All right, we're gonna run like this. Okay. Hey, how you doing, guys? Jeff Hansen here, aka the Silver Fox, and this is another episode of very exciting episode of. Oh, this is not interesting. Another exciting episode of the best you ever. All right, where we share with you tips and strategies to become the best you ever. Okay. As you can see, we're getting better and better and better. We're going to get better and better and better as we continue to do what we do. And the number one thing is that I want you to see me, struggle at certain times and, do some things right, some things wrong, as we go. Because I want you to see that no one, walks in the door and they're good. But you got to be willing to do something bad. What we say, you got to be willing to do something bad until you can do it good. Because that's just how it starts. No one walks on the basketball court and automatically he's Michael Jordan or LeBron James or Steph Curry or anything like that. The one runs on the tennis court and automatically you're Serena Williams, anything like that. No. But if you're willing to put in the time, you're willing to put in the effort, you're willing to put in the consistency, these things will eventually take you where you want to go. Okay? This is what this is teaching me right here is it's teaching me preparation, really, because it takes time. It gives you a whole new respect for people doing these shows over and over and over. And I mean, some of them doing them for years and years. It's amazing, right? So anyway, so let's get started here. Today's show is going to be very, very special because today's show is about 7 habits that highly successful people do, and 7 habits that will make you very, very, very powerful. Will make you a force to be reckoned with. All right, and we're going to get right into it because we're starting a little late because we're still arranging different things. And trust me, ladies and gents, nobody fought but my own because I wasn't prepared. Okay, just let's jump right into it. I took some notes. I know a couple of them. Okay. First things first. Now, and at the end, I'm doing a Q&A, so you can actually tap in and tap in. You have to allow StreamYard to allow you to make comments and stuff, but you can tap right in and ask a comment, and I will answer your comment live. Okay? So, any questions? Just let me know. Okay? But they have to be at the end. And if you put it in the comments, I can answer them while we're talking. Okay? All right. So, 1, early riser. Now, I know I can already hear it in the background. I'm not a morning person. I can already hear it. I'm not a morning person, man. I'm just not a morning person. I don't get started until I get my coffee and all of these kind of things. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, all of that is subject to you. Okay, y'all know on this show that we always tell you that you are a co-creator with God. God don't do all the creating and you just sit there and do nothing. Not at all. You end up homeless. You end up homeless, broke, desperate, depressed, and everything else. Anyone that tells you that, they have definitely drank the Kool-Aid, and and they still in recovery. Okay, you are a co-creator with God. Okay, God makes the decision. God creates the world. He creates all the things inside of it, and then it is up to you to now form in that creation your particular world. I heard a good, someone said this, and they said, your map is not the territory. God's creation is the territory. Your map is your particular journey of creation and co-creation in that initial territory. So that's your map or your world within the creation that God lays out. Okay, so early riser is 1. Why early riser? Because of the fact you talk to most people. Eric Thomas, he says that he noticed that all the highly successful people that he was studying was getting up 3 a.m. Oprah Winfrey was one. I don't know who tuned in, but how you doing? If you tap that link so that I can see who you are, or tap in, and so I'll see who you are. Someone's watching. I don't know who you are. I would just like to give acknowledge you that you're watching. Okay, but anyway, so Et says he noticed that all the highly successful people got up 3 in the morning, so he started getting up 3 in the morning. And then he said, you know what he realized? He said it wasn't that they were so much more smarter or so much more efficient. He said the thing was that they had, okay, all right, okay. Someone said early riser when go to bed late. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Go to bed earlier. I know that sounds like real. And some people say, well, no, I don't know if you're talking about you're choosing to go to bed late or you have a work schedule whereby you go to bed late. Now, both of those, you have, okay, both of those I'll deal with, okay? One, if it's because you choose to go to bed late, then choose something differently because 95% of highly successful people are early risers, okay? And that gets to go along with your, I don't know if I'm gonna say this word right, but it's circadian rhythms or something, whereby your body, when the sun goes up, when the sun rises, your body wants to get up. Okay, and so when you now, if you have to go to bed late, this is totally different here. If you have to go to bed late because of work or anything like that, I will tell you that you're going to have to you will probably fall into that little niche where whereby you go to bed late and you adjust your schedule. Now, if it's 7 days a week, I'm gonna tell you right now, I really don't know. I don't know how you can do that. I have a schedule whereby 2 to 3 days a week I work overnight, but on those when I work overnight, I'm already up. So I'm up and I don't go directly to bed when I get home. Even though I may be tired, I don't go directly to bed. I start getting some work done. And I try to work as long as I can. And then after that, then I get my rest. But 95 to 98% of highly successful people are early risers. Two, students. You have to become a great student. If you're not a great student, okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're going to be dead in the water because it's one of my mentors, Jim Rome, said this. He says, if you're not a great student, what you know now is going to be the same thing you know 10 years from now. So you're going to be obsolete. You're going to be a dinosaur. You're going to be a fossil. You're not going to be able to compete. I just have to answer it like that. Okay. Disciplined. That's number 3. Okay. Highly disciplined. Now, here is the misnomer. Most people that say, I'm going to be highly disciplined, what they don't really understand is you become disciplined by doing something over and over and over again. Now, in the beginning, are you going to be disciplined in doing something over and over again? Absolutely not. Let's say you say, for 7 days, I'm going to get up and work out. Well, let's say you do it for 2 or 3 days and you miss a day. Then you miss another day. Start again. Because the next day, you're 1 week in and becoming more disciplined. And you do it over and over and over again. When I was in the martial arts, and let me say this, Bruce Lee said this, he says, I don't fear the man that practices 10,000 kicks. I fear the man that practices 1 kick 10,000 times. Why? Because all of those times practicing that 1 kick, he has become a master, a expert at that 1 kick. So even if you see it coming, sometimes you won't be able to block it because he's so good at delivering that 1 kick. Well, I'm gonna tell you, whatever you choose to be disciplined at, do it over and over and over. And if you mess up, if you miss a day, you miss a week or whatever, jump right back up and do it again, do it again, do it again. But you have to set the goal to get to the place where you're doing it over and over and over and over on a consistent basis. It can't be sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the evening, sometimes 2 days a week, sometimes every day, sometimes every other week. No, it has to be consistent, and that's how you build the discipline. And the discipline, you're gonna notice when you're disciplined at it, your body will almost go into a certain mode when it's time to do that particular thing. Like I'll give you a prime example. This broadcast. This is probably now what's crazy is that this is probably going to end up being one of the better ones because of the fact that I'm doing it over and over and over and over and over. I knew I had to start preparing the studio early. I knew I had to take some notes. I took some notes down. My first one, of course not. I didn't do any of that stuff. I didn't know what the deal was. If you notice on the screen, you see my little emblem up here in the corner, right? You see that because of the fact that I was able to download some of my materials and all of these kind of things. So all of those things build up to more and more discipline. And as you perfect your skills, I'm getting ahead of myself. That was number 3. Okay, discipline. Number 4. Number 4 is, now, did I cover? Oof. I lost my chain of thought there for a minute. Okay, number 2. That was number 3. Number 4 is be a great. I think I touched on this, but I didn't really get into it. Be a great student. Now, or let me put it another way. Let me say something else. Well, number 4 is be a good student. Let's talk on that. Okay, be a good student. What that simply means is that you need a mentor. You can't be a student if you don't have a teacher. A lot of times, I know with me, I didn't want to be somebody's student. I was arrogant and prideful, and I was also living on the trains, homeless, struggling with homelessness, holding down an income and everything like that. So once I got a mentor, my mentor started telling me, no, Jeff, you're going to do it this way. No, Jeff, you're going to do it that way. You're not going to do what you want to do. You're going to do it like I tell you, because if you don't do like I tell you, Jeff, you're going to stay the same, brother. If you had the answer, Jeff, you wouldn't be on the trains. If you had the answer, you wouldn't be working consistently. You would be working consistently. And so when I started taking on that ideology and that mindset of being a student, that's when my life began to change, both financially, spiritually, physically, all the way across the door, all the way across the board, relationally, step by step. I learned, and then I learned again, and then I learned again, and then I learned again, and I'm still learning today again and again and again. Number 5 actually helps number 4 because it's a reader. Okay, I know we live in the age of the audiobook and the podcasts and YouTube and all those kind of things, but you need to be picking up a book and reading. Okay, now audiobook, I'm a big fan, huge fan of audiobooks. Okay, huge fan of that. But I find myself every now and again, getting to the place where, boom, guess what? I'm picking up a book and reading it. And a lot of times when you read it and you see actually the words on paper, it sinks deeper into the psyche, into the subconscious mind. And so you remember it better. Now, I'm going to give you my little hack on learning, okay? My hack on learning is this, okay? Don't just read the book. Get a notebook and literally write it on the notebook, any thoughts that stick out to you. Or even just write the book, because that imprints deeper on the subconscious mind, and it helps your memory and your recall. 100%. It's scientifically proven. Okay, so be a reader. That's number 5. Number six. Okay, number 6 is study and build a skill set of people being a better communicator and salesperson. I think that's the only way I can really say it. And I know people, the ideology and the mindset of people is that I don't want to do sales. Let's just call it what it is. I don't want to do sales. I'm not a salesperson. I don't do sales in my job, in my capacity. I don't want to do sales in my business and this, that, and the other. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, If you don't increase your people skills, you're gonna struggle in business. You're gonna struggle in business. You're gonna struggle in relationships. You're gonna struggle all the way across the board. Your life, even if you get the things you want, your life ain't gonna be all that satisfying to you because you're social. You're a social creature, and the better your people skills, the greater your arena of influence. And you know, it have you ever? Okay, I will give you an example. When I was younger, we was kind of broke, so I always wanted to go to Great Adventure when it first opened. I'm like, oh man, I want to go to Great Adventure, blah 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 blah. Even if I gotta go by myself. So there was a time where I went by myself. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's nothing but a park with rides. It's nothing but a park with rides unless you have people to share it with. I remember I went by myself and it was not fun at all. It was not fun at all. I got bored and I got back on the bus to come home. I'm just telling you, it was crazy. And then there was another time I went, and we didn't even ride a lot of rides, but the people I went with was just crazy. We just had a ball, man. Why? Because that's what life is all about, man. Having fun and meeting people and so on and so forth. And I'm gonna tell you, what's crazy is highly successful people are great at meeting people. Yeah. Establishing new relationships, and they are great at that stuff. They are excellent at it. Okay. And last but not least, and a lot of you know this, and I'm just sharing with you because my mentor shared it with me. He said to me, he said, Jeff, one of the things you're already doing, I said, what's that? He said, keeping yourself healthy. Highly successful people, if you notice, even if they started and they weren't healthy, they end up losing the weight and getting in the best shape of their lives. Because it doesn't matter how much money you have, it doesn't matter all the other things. If you got bad health, man, it's just going to hinder your life. It's going to hinder you doing, becoming success, or whatever you want to become successful at. So that's what it is. Those are my 7 tips, my 7 hacks, my 7 secrets right there. All right. And I hope you got something out of it. Okay. We've been on for a minute, but the first 7 minutes, I'm probably going to end up putting the video out and that part because I'm still arranging stuff. But I'm gonna just tell you right now that those 7 habits, they will make you incredibly powerful, whether you believe it or not. Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna start going outside of your comfort zone because meeting people is sometimes uncomfortable. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it will change your life. It will change your influence. It will change how you see yourself. It will change your opportunities. It will change your relationships. It will change everything. Those 7 habits. Okay. So God bless you. Here's the thing. This is now a Q&A session. The one question we had from a Facebook user at 7-Eleven, and what they asked was, early riser, when you go to bed late? That was their question. And I don't, I wish they kind of expounded on it a little bit. I'm also answering in the comments. But I was trying to deal with the different scenarios. Do you get up early if you go to bed late? Now, let's say you went out, you hung out, you stayed out late, and now I got to get up early to, yes. Because if you start getting up, if you get up early, trust me, you're not going to have the energy to stay up late. No. You're gonna be in that club going like, not now. Why? Because of the fact that, you've been up since 4 in the morning or 5 in the morning or 3 in the morning. And guess what? But you'll notice, I promise you, you keep getting up early, I'm telling you, a year, 6 months, 3 months, your income will start to increase. Yeah, because you get so much more done. It's crazy. Less distractions, less things going on, less people pulling on you. So, yes, early, if you go to bed, work late, and you set your goal to be an early riser, get your butt up out the bed. Am I a master at that yet? Absolutely not. But we're getting better and better and better and better. Okay. Let's talk about if you have a schedule that, like, you work late or you work nights and things like that. Well, all you have to do is adjust your schedule according to your particular clock. Okay. So if you, you work 3 to 11, or 4 to 12 or something like that in the night. Well, you get home about maybe, let's say 1 or 2 o'clock. Well, you sleep 6 hours, 6, 7 hours, or 8, 6, 7 hours, 5 to 7 hours. Then you get up and you start your day. Now your day may start. You say, oh, no, I need more sleep than that. I'll say like Arnold Schwarzenegger said, you got to sleep faster. Because being successful, I'm going to tell you right now, the habits that you have that's where you are right now, those habits will sustain you if you want to keep your life as it is. But if you want to grow and become and become the best you ever, some of those habits are going to have to fall by the wayside. Okay. Any more questions? We've been on for about 26 minutes, which is what ends up being probably about 21 minutes of content, because I know I'm not gonna say, well, I got started late. I was still moving things as the show was on. So, but yep. Well, let me pose a question. Why should I emulate the highly successful people? Why should I emulate them? Why should I emulate someone else? Why not do it myself? Create my own thing? Well, I'm gonna tell you, I want you to be as creative as you want to be, but I will also tell you that there's habits that all successful people do, and there's a major difference between the successful people, what successful people do, and unsuccessful people do. And you practice these habits, you're going to get that. If you practice these habits, you're going to get that. I was practicing the bad habits, and I ended up broke. I'm starting to practice better habits, and I'm starting to make a little money. So that's just, it is what it is. So if that's all, we went about 27, almost 28 minutes. I think this is the longest show yet. And I hope something I said encouraged you. I hope something I said motivated you. I hope something I said inspired you to do something different, so you can become something different, so you can build something different, so you can create something different. And remember what we say here: we help you become the best you ever. So this is Jeff Hansen. This is T-By, the best you ever. Jeff Hansen, aka the Silver Fox, sharing tips and strategies with you to help you become the best you ever, because the best you ever will create your best life ever. God bless you, and may heaven smile upon you.